I hope we are right about this ideology of us being snatched out before the Great Tribulation. Because the great multitude that no man can number of every nation, kindred, tongue, and people that appear in heaven in white robes, it says they come out of great tribulation. Which makes me think, like, whoa, all the things I've heard of the rapture. We're not appointed to tribulation. We're not appointed to we are appointed to tribulation, not great tribulation. So I looked up all of the words for out. And one of the things that it came up with was out of the way. So maybe, because you have to remember, this was translated. This is the revelations of Jesus Christ. What did he speak? Aramaic. So that could mean, the ones taken out of the way, because it does say the dead in Christ will rise first, and those who remain will be caught up with him to meet with him in the clouds. Or the dead in Christ will rise first, and those who remain on the earth will be caught up with them to meet with Christ, him, in the clouds. So, I just hope, just even saying that makes me think we've got to be right about this whole rapture thing, but man does not always have it right. I'll be one of the first to say, we could be wrong. That's terrifying. If we were to go through the Great Tribulation, you can't tell God he's wrong. But if we were, we have the seal of God. Do you know what that means? Protection. God will provide. If we have no food, don't you think he'll feed us with the bread of heaven? Manna? And if we are stuck in that time, you need to pray that no one around you with their disbelief can discourage you in your trust that God will provide. Because people will be around you and they'll say, oh, that's stupid. Wow. Really? Really? While at the same time they claim to believe in the Bible. But for you to think such a thing, they are so quick to call you naive for you having so much trust in God. And they'll do everything to beat your ass down in your trust in God, because they don't have that kind of trust, so they think you're stupid for it. Pray for nothing and no one to discourage you. No one. Because if we're here in that time, God has a reason for everything. I'm not going to dare look up to him and say, how dare you? No. I just hope we're right, and I hope we're taken out of here. But I believe we will be, though. Because if you take a look at when it's talking about the dead in Christ will rise first, when it talks about the dead being raised, it says some will be raised to shame. And those who are dead in Christ will be caught up with Christ in the air, and those who will remain will be caught up with Christ in the clouds. So surely we'll be taken up out of here, because that's a supernatural snatching out of here. Praise be to God for that. So I think we're onto something. I think we're right. But I think we should just make sure we check. Because Maranatha. We should always check ourselves. We are humans. At the end of the day, we are not perfect. Maranatha.